Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Yeah, there's a reason I like playing games, because you get to escape from the realities of the world like that. Okay, I'm just going to bring that one back round here like this, and we will just manually tidy up the end. Although we have finished the field already, because of the whole... We've got masses and masses of fertilizer, apparently. We will finish the field completely. So we will do that like that. And now, field 11 is next. And field 11 is that one over there. And field 16 is that one right there. I think I will go to field 16 next. And then we'll pop back up and we will finish off with field 11. And then we can drive home again. So we'll run around this way. Doing these contracts that we're doing right now, this is going to pay for our silo that we want to get. We could potentially go and get more sheep. We could expand the sheep. We could build another sheep pen and do something with that. But at this stage, I don't think I'm going to worry about that. Because, like, we've got the 30 sheep. We've got enough wool coming from them. I don't need to actually go and sell the fabric that we will get from that wool. So all I need to do is get the wool down to the spinnery and turn it into cloth. I don't need to do anything else with it. Right now, we've got that cycling through. We've got some storing. We've got 2,000 litres of wool down there. And we don't need to worry about it at all. They've got plenty in there. That's fine. So we'll have some pallets of fabric, and by the time we get through to summer, we'll have more wool that we can take down there, which we'll be able to transport over, and then that can also be turned into fabric. We'll have the... Why does it go in such a wide circle? Oh. Alright, I'm sort of thinking that, you know, maybe the artificial stupidity here is exceeded human stupidity on that particular one. That was quite impressive, going all the way up over there and back down again. That was seriously impressive. Like, honestly, that was quite amazing. It was like poetry in motion. It really was. Oh, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. What was I saying? That was I wonder if he's going to do it again now with his car. Where's he going? Oh, now you're going to reverse back round. Why didn't you do that last time? Instead of driving all the way up onto the road and over the top of a car. That was amazing. Yeah, so we want to build our silo, and we've got the money for that, and then any additional money that comes along at this point. Like, we've got the silo. We want to buy some chickens so that we can sell some eggs, and then the eggs are just going to help us a little bit. As soon as the wheat is harvested, we could go and do another grass cut in the meadow at the top, but I think that's going to take too long. So we've got the silage that we have at the moment. That's going to be there waiting. We're going to have several thousand from that, although I think I worked out it was 57 bales. I know I did. I worked that out, didn't I? Right, what are you going to do? Are you... No, I don't think you are stopped yet. To go there. I worked that out in the last episode, I'm sure of it. 188. Yeah, I did, because I think I said like 186,000 litres, so it would be 188 times like 186 or something. That about 35,000 euros. So we end up with 35,000, and we've got... Yeah, we haven't got anything like that. But I want to be able to finish the series before episode 17. 75, not 17. I want to be able to finish before episode 75. We get the chickens in the summer, there and then. As soon as they're ready. And we'll buy adult chickens so that we immediately start getting eggs. So that's going to help us as well. So eggs down to 770. We sell eggs in like November. We can do some. And right now we're going to get this, which is 10, another 15,000 euros coming in. What are we going to have? So by the autumn, we're going to be 50. We're going to have 50 or 60,000 euros. Now, we could, if I was to sell machinery realistically, rather than, you know, just selling everything off, we could say that we don't want the combine and we're going to plant that field back as grass, the one that we've plowed, that is currently plowed up and turned for wheat. So if we were to say that, that field is going to go for grass rather than wheat, we could sell the combine back, but that's still not going to get us a full 50 grand, is it? Right, I'm going to go there a minute and start that one going that way. That's still, even though I went the halfway point, that's going to leave a bit out the side over there. So we'll do that manually once he... Yeah, he's going to leave a triangle out on that side there. So what I will do is if I stop it there, and then I go back this way, and then I'll go along the edge like that, and then take this one. I actually want to go, I need to go over quite a bit yet, otherwise we'll end up with another triangle. So that sort of goes out to about there. I think that should be okay, and then the rest of the field we can finish with the hired help. So if we said that we weren't going to do wheat again in our field, if we weren't going to do a crop here, and we instead, I didn't put him rolling again, did I? I need to go and do that. It's, yeah, he's got the rest of that to finish. Very good idea if I finish that. Even though I'm not planning to come back and cut it again this series, we still want to finish doing the rolling. So we'll do that. And this here, so if I was to get rid of that, that means we'd want to be able to plant grass in that field. That's kind of what we would be looking at doing. We'd be looking at planting grass in the field rather than doing anything else in there, which means that we would go into here and we go to the things that we own. The harvester is 18,000 and the header is 13,000. So we're looking at 30,000 for those two. That will get us 30 grand. Then we haven't really got anything else that's worth a lot of money. The bale wrapper, there's another 16,000. We don't want to be selling the baler. We could say that the rest of it is going to be hay. So we sell the bale wrapper, the harvester, and the header. And there's a header trailer to go in here as well. We have to take it back down the mountain in order to be able to do that. Front loader tools. We could sell that bucket there. That's about it. We might be able to raise enough money to get that one without selling everything in kind of like a ridiculous fashion. A half-sensible fashion, saying that we're not going to do more arable crops, at least not for a year or two. We've got our chickens, and the eggs are going to be then, coming in from the chickens, and the grain that we've got from one harvest. I think we can do this. I think we can. We need to finish this field. We've still got 700 litres of fertiliser, which does mean that we've got the ability to go and do a couple more contracts for fertiliser later on. Yeah, it's just reaching out to the edge, I think. I'm going to assume that it is. I'm not going to do another pass on there. So we've done this little bit of fertilizing right in here, and that's going to pay for the silo, which means that we can store the grain. So the only thing that we need to go and buy now is the silo and the chickens. That's it. Silo and chickens. There is nothing else that we need to buy. I'm just going to stop there a second, and I'm going to go into here, and we're going to drop down to there. Right, completed. 3,400, 4,300, 5 grand, and another 5 grand. There we go. So we've got a cultivating job on field 25. I'm not doing a baling job. It takes too long. I'm not going to do that. But that gives me 18,000 euros right there. And if I go back up here, that's the edge of the field all done. I'm just going to leave that one go because he's not got very much left on the actual field. If you have a look. Right there. He's only got a little bit left to do on that bit anyway, so we can kind of just leave that going where it is. This one, I need to get back up the hill. So we'll drive this one back home now, and don't need anything else down here. We've done the rolling, we've done the other, we've done everything that we need to do, so I'm going to just get time going by a little bit. We'll do that on 60 times speed. We're on the 2nd of May. It's July that we can start harvesting wheat, which means that we've got 1 full month to go before we get to July. So that's a month of greenhouse production. That's a month of wool production, so there's more wool to be able to take down. That means the silage will have been converted into actual silage. And there isn't anything else that I'm going to worry about. We do have a beehive, and we've got the bees there, but I'm not going to worry about the bees very much. I'm going to leave those. We're not going to get involved with doing those. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the next series. I've basically planned and plotted this one, I think, reasonably well, and I'm pretty convinced that I will do it before the end of episode 75. Really, really hoping I do, because it's going to be difficult if I don't. It is going to be quite tricky being able to do this if I can't get it all finished by 75. Why did you do that? He just brake-checked me. Seriously. I've never had that happen in the game before, but that guy did just... He did, didn't he? It's not just me. He did actually brake-check me. That is... I didn't even know that happened in the game, but he brake-checked me. Oh... I cannot believe I've been brake-checked by the game. I failed completely. I went straight into the back of him. Like that, my front weight would have been on his... my front weight would have joined him on the driver's seat. That would have properly crumpled him up. Been like an accordion. I don't really know what to say to that. I got brake-checked by the game. Oh, that's brilliant. I like that. That's a nice touch. I suppose really if we are planning on selling the combine and so on, then we should technically plant the field, the wheat field up there once we've harvested it. We should plant it with grass because that's what we're going to be doing. And we decided that we'd sell the wrapper because it'll be hay that we're doing everything for after that. I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll... I don't think I will. I'm not going to worry too much about that. That can be for the next owners of the farm. They can plant it with whatever they like. You know, they've got that choice there if they want to. But we're working on the assumption that they don't want to do arable crops up here in the mountains because it's quite difficult. And also, we want the money from our combine. So, I brought this one back up here. The other tractor, we can go and stop that one now as well. Let's bring you down over this way. And I just need to build the silo. That's kind of the big thing now, is to build that silo. So I'm going to bring you over there. You can stop right there, actually. Let's go up here and see what he's doing. What are you doing? Alright. I would say that probably classes as finished. There it is. And done. Right, ideal. Okay, we got everything done up there. And I do love that the roller now actually works. And I like this roller as well. This roller is quite good. I do actually like this one. There we go. See, we've got all these patches. Oh, no, that's... Oh, I see. That's short grass that we did actually cut. Let's just take this one on down this way. We've got, like, a few bits down through that side, so I'm just going to tidy that up. I'm not going to go back to the other end of the field and do any tidying. But I am going to tidy from here down. Just going to... Not a lot. Just going to do a single pass. I won't, like, it's not going to get all of it, so we'll just accept that some of it here isn't going to be rolled. But that's fine. There. All the way down there, and one tiny little bit right there. And we're done. Oh, there is that little tiny strip over there that got missed right back at the beginning. And it bugged me right back at the beginning, and we'll go and deal with that. There is the patch in the middle that I kind of want to plow up and replant, but I'm not going to. Just because mostly because I'm too lazy. But also because, no. And bring that one over there like that. And I'm going to go and put this roller back where we had it last time, which was underneath that tree. That's where it's going to stay. I'm not going to take it back down to the bottom of the hill. It's quite difficult dragging it up the steep hill. But it is just fine having it parked underneath this tree over here. So that's where it's going to go. It's not like the other rollers that kind of like joined us down over there. It's a little bit weird, that. You go under here. Right. There we go. Okay, that one's going to stay there, and we can now just bring this one down. So, if the silo... I think the best place to put the silo is where the baler and the trailer and everything is there. So, we will start moving those next month. We've got the water down over here. This one should be full. Yeah, that one's full. So that'll take care of the sheep. We don't need to put any over in the greenhouses. So let's go and sleep for the night a minute. There. And we're now into June. So, look up there. We've got the final growth stage. One more month to go. And then that one will be ready. And we go and have a look at the sheep. We've got 2,780. So we could do with a little bit more food in a bit. Well, we'll do the food now. We've got a little bit of wool right there. Time we do another month, we'll be absolutely fine there. And, oops. Need to do that. Bring that down into there. And then another one for the other pen. Down over there like that. Push that right up. There we go. Right, and then we will come down here. So we're going to want to move those two out of the way. And then we can build the silo, put that one in, and we'll just put like a couple of tracks next to it as well. So lower that down. That's going to be our job now for the next month. Although I'm going to do the water first. We're on 17,000 euros. So it's going to take 5,000. I'm not getting the 11,000 one. I think that one's a bit too big for being perched up on top of the mountain. I think it's going to be an eyesore and people are going to complain. So that is my justification for taking the cheap 5,000 euro one. And I stand by that justification. I think there is absolutely no problem with doing it like that. I think that is absolutely fine. Around over here. And water in for these. Further. There we go. Start overloading water into there. And also, once that's done, then we've got no more expenses. Like, there's no more big expenses after that. We're already on 17,000. Now, admittedly, our money does drop a little bit each month. It doesn't go up. Actually, I'm going to leave the water tanker there, and then we can unload it again next time. Be nice and quick and easy. We've got, well, there's not very much wool there. Let's have a look at the production thing over here. So I've got 890 wool left. 37 litres of fabric are currently being stored. I'm going to need to get more wool in there in order to be able to make everything. The wrapper, we've already decided that we're not going to use the wrapper again. I'm curious. I don't know if I've got a hitch on the back of this trailer. If I do, when we next take stuff down to sell, we can take the wrapper along with us. We can do 2 birds, 1 stone type situation, because the wrapper is going to be just one item that's got to be dragged back down. I don't want to sell it direct from up here. Yes, excellent. That's fantastic. That is absolutely brilliant. Right. So we will be able to take the wrapper when we next load up with... Let's unhitch that one there. And I'm also going to unhitch that one there. When we next load up with pallets, which will be the greenhouse produce and the wool, when we take all of that down, we can take the wrapper along as well. That will just go on the back. That's absolutely fantastic. That's what we want. And I want to get that baler hooked in as well. That one's going to come down over here. And I am going to stick with the rule in the next series that all of our machinery must go undercover. I actually really like that idea. I think that's going to be quite good. I think that's something that we should do. I was kind of wanting to do it with this one, but it never does. I say that, yeah, it'd be a good idea if we put things undercover, but I never do. If I state in the next series I'm not allowed to buy anything unless I have gone and bought a shed to put it in first, we have no choice. I'm gonna have to do it. And I think that would actually be a good idea, because... You know, I do like to try and do things at least a little bit properly in some of the series that I do. Let's scroll all the way up through here. That's the one that we're after. It holds 5 million litres. Right there. That's the loading platform. Those rollers are a bit too close, so we're going to have to move those first before we do anything else. I'm standing on the seed drill here. Let's go and get the other tractor. I'm actually wondering if we should fold the rollers up and move... I'm going to have to move the rake as well. I think that one is right. The rake can be moved back. I'm just wondering about like folding the rollers up and put them in a long line. We're going to want those... Like, the next person owning the farm is going to want those rollers. They're going to want to use them for... doing the next bit of field work, aren't they? So, like, we can't really just take the rollers away and sell them. Even though they... I mean, if we're desperate, we will. We will sell the rollers. If we need the money, we will sell the rollers. We can always sell the 2 off the sides. I will wait and see. Now then. Just wondering if I should try and fold these up and put them in a straight line and then move. I think we will. I think we'll fold them up. So I want to unhitch that one. He goes there. Unhitch that one. And I want to go forward a little bit. There. And then I want to hitch that one. And then we fold that one up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that one forward a little bit, like that. And I'm going to unhitch it. And then we get the other 2 joined together first. So I'll bring these back here, and I get that one. And then I will hitch on that roller there. back round like that. Reversing rollers is never an easy thing to do. Real life as well, it's also quite tricky to reverse in real life. Because if you hit something, if it's slightly uneven ground, the pivot point changes. That's the challenge of, like, if you've got dead flat ground, yeah, it's really easy, you can do it. Although, as you reverse, the pivot point does seem to change a little bit, even if you're on dead flat ground, because of just the pressure of it. So the sharper you turn, the sharper the roller wants to turn. And it kind of like, almost on a logarithmic scale for turning. But when you get on uneven ground, the pivot point of the roller can alter quite drastically from moment to moment. So reversing a roller on uneven ground can be incredibly difficult sometimes, because it just doesn't want to reverse in a straight line. Like, it's genuinely difficult to reverse a roller in a straight line sometimes. It is really, really a tricky thing to do. Let's try putting it there and hope that... Alright, that seems to be alright. We can leave the rollers there. They're buried in the grass a little bit, but I'm sure they'll be fine. And we've now got a little bit more room here to see what we're doing. So if we stop there a second, and then we can go into this. Go back to construction. We were under silos, and we had that bad boy there. I'd like to put the load-unload bit on the lower side rather than the higher side. Actually, no, we'll do it that way. Yeah, we will do it that way around, because this way we're... like, it'll be dug out, and we're going down to the tip point rather than having to raise the ground up to reach the tip point. And I actually think that will be better. So that one's going to go right there. Now we need to go to the landscaping, and we want to go to that bit there. So what I'm going to need to do first is push that out. And you can see already, like, we've got a little bit of a lip out on there, but it's not too bad. I've got the dead flat one. It sort of makes it into a plateau. And so that one is going there. And it's not actually too bad. If I bring it out to this point, that's where it needs to be, like that. Bring it out to there. We will flatten that bit back through there. The only issue we're going to have is that this is costing us a bit of money. And then I need to do this. Has got to go back over this way. This is going to be the bit that costs us a little bit. So I want to kind of just flatten all of that. I'm keeping the area that I'm doing the leveling bit on small. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.